This is Bonnie McCaffery, and I am at the International Quilt Festival in Houston, Texas. And I thank you so much for coming back to join me this month for this month's VidCast. And have I got something exciting for you? You're going to love it. We're going to take a sneak peek at the International Quilt Festival. It is a yearly event that happens here in Houston, Texas, and there are quilters from all over the world. Over 53,000 quilters are going to attend here. It is huge. It is about 12 football fields, and let me tell you, if you need to shop, I think there's enough shops here for you. I believe there's over 1,000 vendors. There's over 2,000 quilts. So come, take a look. I think you're going to enjoy it.
My name is Elizabeth Schamber, and I did this piece. This piece was done by Jane Fahey.
My name is Carol Corman, and I did this piece right up here.
My name is Dory Gossman. I did the young lady leaning on the rail.
Hi, my name is Shirley Galo, and I did this section.
Hi, my name's Penelope Mace, and I did the wine bottles.
Hi, my name is Tippy DeLeo, and my piece is The Girl with the Pearl Earring.
My name's Jane Kimball, and I did the man on the end.
I'm here with Carrie Bressenhan, who is the director of the International Quilt Festival and the coordinator of this amazing exhibit that is called
A Page from My Book, The Journal Quilt Project.
Tell me a little bit about it.
The exhibit is absolutely wonderful. It consists of quilts from about 250 people, and each of them made quilts for 9 months, sort of like having a baby. And they were told to pick their favorite 5, and they have submitted their 5 favorite quilt pages from their journal quilts. The quilts tell stories, and the quilts are a wonderful compendium of all kinds of different techniques. The whole purpose of the Journal Quilt Project was because we wanted the artists to break out of the box. We wanted them to feel free to try new techniques and new methods that maybe they didn't want to devote the money and the time to making a big quilt with this technique, but they can make a little quilt with this technique and find out if they like it.
It's a great way to experiment.
It's a fabulous way to experiment, and it has helped them to grow, and it's helped them to learn new techniques, and in many cases, we've had some real success stories, Bonnie. We've had people who have had quilts commissioned from their journal quilts.
Wow.
We've had people who've had whole classes have developed out of their journal quilts. We've had them be invited for other exhibits of their big quilts because a curator saw their journal quilts. So it's been an exciting thing.
And tell me about this incredible book that is about this thick.
It's a book that contains more than 400 quilts in it, and they are from the journal projects over the past 5 years. There are about 300 quilt artists whose work is pictured in here. Some of them, of course, have more than one piece.
Right.
The quilts that are shown almost full page, almost full size. You see, they're 8.5 by 11, and most of them are very close to being full size. So we're excited about it.
That's incredible. Now, where can people buy this book?
They can buy the book online from us at www.quilts.com. Or they can buy it from the publisher, Quilting Arts, which is located in Massachusetts, Pokey Bolton. Many of the artists know Pokey.
Yes, and I'll just ask you secretly, do you have a favorite?
Oh, no.
Of course, you're like children. You could not have a favorite.
I couldn't possibly have a favorite. There are just the wonderful stories that are in there about motherhood and about loving nature and about planting gardens and feeling like raising a garden is like raising a child. They're just wonderful, inspiring stories in here.
I can't wait to look at the book and read the stories because I think that's what it's all about.
It is all about the stories. That's what the journal quilt is all about, are the stories and the learning. And sometimes you learn as much from the stories as you do from the techniques.
Isn't that the truth? Carrie, thank you so much for joining me and telling everybody about the journal quilt pages.
Okay. I hope they'll all enjoy it.
I think they will.
Good.
embroidered separately, trimmed, cleaned, squared, like a quilt block. And then with using the Berliner embroidery software and the quilter that is included with it, I was able to both digitize and lay out interactively, one on the other.
Well, this was the first quilt that I did with some freehand designs I've never done before and no trapunto. And I did some interesting techniques to make it look like it would stand out a little more. I call it trompe-l'oeil trapunto, with a little narrow corridor of quilting. And then when I was all done, I feathered the edges of the feathers with some sepia ink.
I am here with Ami Sims, who has coordinated this project.
It's called the Alzheimer's Art Quilt Initiative. And it has two parts. There's a 52 quilt traveling exhibit. We have the Alzheimer's Art Quilt Initiative CD of the traveling exhibit called Alzheimer's Forgetting Piece by Piece, and this is available on the website. And then the second part is behind us, which is called the Alzheimer's Priority Quilt Project. And these are quilts that have been made by people from all across the states and 6 foreign countries.
Wow.
To be donated to raise money for Alzheimer's research.
So people can purchase these quilts outright?
We now have auctions the first 10 days of every month on the internet.
How many postcards are here?
Well, we have over 2,500 postcards.
And what is this project all about?
Well, it started just myself. I thought I'd raise $90 for the American Cancer Society, and then some people picked up on it on quilt art, and now it's spread around the world. So this is our third quilt festival, and Carrie Bresnahan has just been our fairy godmother. She's our honorary chairperson, and she has gone all out to make this our biggest success yet.
Jensen. I'm from Conroe, Texas, and for this quilt I've been collecting all kinds of flowers. I started in the middle with little tiny flowers, thinking of a tornado, which we get every time there's a big storm, and I called it the really perfect storm, because wouldn't it be nice if the only kind of tornadoes we had were flowers?
Hi there, I am here with Luana Rubin, who is the owner of eQuilter, and you can go to her website at equilter.com. It's a great place to buy fabric, but she is also the sponsor of this exhibit. And can you tell me a little bit about this collection?
It features quilts that were made by very well-known quilt artists 20 years ago and sooner, before they were known, before anybody knew who Michael James was, or Carol Breyer Fowler, Jane Sassamon, and so on. And so it's an opportunity to come and see their work when they were fledgling artists.
And do you know how this quilt collection got put together?
Hillary Fletcher curated it. What an incredible thing.
Absolutely.
My name is Linda Visnaw, and I am a designer for Golden Threads, and my new pattern line is called Thread Sketches. We use Fabrico markers made by Sukaneko to trace our design onto our fabric, and also we use it to color in areas.
The second part of the process is to go to the machine and do what I call thread sketching. This is an entry-level process for those people who want to learn how to do free motion, but they're afraid of all the things that go along with it. And what I tell people is just go around those areas a couple of times and just begin to get comfortable with moving the fabric.
I'm here with Darren Cohen, who is the CEO of Reality Publications, and they do a fantastic magazine, the $100,000 Quilting Challenge magazine. Darren, tell us about that exhibit.
We've had over 3,500 people enter the challenge in pursuit of a $100,000 grand prize, and we've narrowed it down to 40 lucky winners at the 2006 Quilt Festival for people to enjoy and for them to cast their votes for one lucky winner.
And where can they vote?
They can vote online until December 11th. The winner will be announced and picked by December 15th. $100,000 check will be given to that lucky winner on the Today Show the first or second week in January.
So if you want to be a winner of $100,000, you want to enter this contest.
My name is Carol Ann Sunreich. I'm from Lawton, Oklahoma. The name of my quilt is Your Home. This is my 8th quilt in the show here at IQA, Houston. Great experience. Y'all come.
My name's Marie Johansson. I'm from Friday Harbor, Washington. That's Odie. He's the love of my life. Well, except for my husband.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. I have walked the entire 12 football fields to see the vendors and all of the quilts here, which are absolutely incredible. I've taken a couple classes, I've taught some classes. I think I've changed my address to the Hilton, and it's been absolutely amazing. I hope you have enjoyed this peek at the quilts. I did want to let you know that I also have a second vidcast this month that will be on the SACWA website of their exhibit here. And next month I have another real good treat for you. I did an interview with one of the most famous quilters in our industry, so come back next month and see what I have in store for you then. Thanks for being with me.